I'm Josua Rine, licensed professional counselor, and this is what happens after you react. Control the mental loop and stop overthinking. In the last episode, we talked about how to interrupt the loop, and that's important. But interruption is only the first step, because if you interrupt the loop and don't replace it with something else, the loop tends to come back. Most people think the goal is simply stop overthinking, but that's incomplete because your mind doesn't operate in empty space. If you remove something and don't replace it, your brain will go back to what it knows, and what it knows right now is the loop. You don't break the loop by removing it. You break the loop by replacing it. There are two types of thinking: unstructured thinking and structured thinking. The loop is unstructured. It's scattered, repetitive, and emotional. It asks what happened, why did they do that, what should I have said, over and over again. Structured thinking is different. It is focused, directed, and limited. And most importantly, it moves forward. Unstructured thinking feels productive because it's active, but activity is not always progress, because unscattered thinking has no endpoint. There's no finish line. There's no point in that thinking that brings about resolution or a decision point. So it just continues. And that's why people stay stuck. If you replay a conversation, unstructured thinking says, what did they mean? Why did they say that? What should I have said? And you stay there. Structured thinking says, what actually happened? What part of this is mine? What is one adjustment I'll make next time? And then it stops. That's the difference. The three-part structured system I'm going to give you is a simple system. This is what replaces the loop. So step one is define the event, not the story, not the interpretation, just the event. What actually happened? Keep it simple and keep it factual. Step two is identify your part in it. Not everything, just your part. What did I do in that moment? This keeps you in control because you can't change everything, but you can change your responses in the future. Step three, choose one adjustment, not 10, not everything, just one. What will I do differently next time? That's it. Once you get your adjustment, you simply stop. You don't keep thinking because more thinking does not create additional clarity. It simply just returns back to creating a loop. This works because it limits thinking about the topic that you're trying to get out of. It creates direction. It builds an action plan to move forward with, instead of simply just replaying, feeling the emotions, and then continuing to repeat it. Using the steps will clarify, allow you to make a decision, and then move on from that decision. Clarity comes from structure. Confusion comes from the loop. So let's go deeper. You have a conflict. Instead of replaying it for hours, you sit down. Step one, what actually happened? I interrupted them, might be an example of that. Step two, what did I do? Your answer might be, I reacted quickly and didn't listen. Step three, what will I do differently? You might say something like, I will pause and let them finish before responding. Now you have something, a clear adjustment that is usable that is repeatable, and that is training. What most people do wrong, they get insight and then keep going. They think, let me just think about it a little bit more. And that's where they lose it, because they leave the structure and go back to the loop. Control is not thinking more. Control is knowing when to stop thinking about a particular event. Structure gives you an exit. The loop simply keeps you inside. Now everything connects. Replay will equal awareness. Amplification can shift to understanding. Shame versus reflection moves towards direction. Interruption moves towards control, and structure moves towards change. And this is where the shift happens. So if you want to actually build this skill, not just understand it, go to pauseandrespond.com. That's where you'll find the book, Pause and Respond, along with workbooks to help you apply these skills in real life situations. Because this level of control is built through repetition, it's important to exercise that repetition and build these skills for real world, real relationship, real situations that we want to obtain real change and more positive outcomes from, not just our intention. This is episode 8 of What Happens After You React. Controlling the mental loop and stopping overthinking. If you're serious about gaining control after the moment, not just doing it, stay with this series, because next we break down how to ask better questions and how those questions change your thinking entirely. Less reaction, more choice.